Life is much like a river, my friend. It flows in ways we cannot always predict, carving paths through the hardest of stones, not through force, but through gentle persistence. I have lived many years and walked many paths. Some led to glory, others to sorrow. But each step, each choice, has been a teacher more valuable than any scroll or tome. You stand now at a crossroads of your own making, the path behind you, filled with memories both sweet and bitter, the path ahead, shrouded in mist and uncertainty. Many look at such uncertainty and feel only fear, but I see something different when I look at you. I see possibility. In my younger days, I pursued power and conquest. I believed strength came from dominating others, from bending the world to my will. How foolish I was. True strength, I have learned, comes not from controlling the world around you, but from mastering the storm within. The greatest battles we fight are not against enemies of flesh and blood, but against the shadows that dwell in our own hearts. Doubt, fear, anger, pride. These are formidable opponents indeed. When darkness surrounds you and your inner flame flickers weakly, remember this: even the smallest light shines brightest in the darkest places. Your light, your spirit, cannot be extinguished unless you allow it to be. Many young souls make the mistake of defining themselves by their failures rather than their responses to those failures. A stumble may prevent a fall. A wrong turn may lead to a magnificent view. What appears to be a tragic ending may simply be the beginning of a greater story. I once thought I had lost everything that mattered: my position, my purpose, my hope for the future. I wandered through the world hollow and aimless, but it was in that emptiness that I found something precious. Myself. Not the general, not the prince, not the warrior, but the man beneath all those titles. There is a simple truth that took me decades to understand. You are not what others expect you to be. You are not even what you expect yourself to be. You are not even what you expect yourself to be. You are a constantly unfolding mystery, with depths and heights yet undiscovered. The fire that burns within you is unique in all the world. No other flame has quite your character, your color, your intensity. To diminish your light to make others comfortable is not humility. It is a kind of dishonesty. Sometimes we believe we are trapped by circumstance, by the expectations of others, by our past mistakes. But I am here to tell you that there are no prisons that can contain the human spirit unless we accept the chains. Consider the humble bamboo. In the fiercest storm, it bends but does not break. It understands something that many of us forget. Flexibility is not weakness. Adaptation is not surrender. Sometimes the strongest thing we can do is yield. I have known many who sought shortcuts to greatness. They climbed quickly, but their foundations were weak, and they could not withstand the winds at the summit. True growth cannot be rushed. The most majestic oak began as a fragile seed that had the patience to develop strong roots before reaching for the sky. There will be days when you feel the weight of the world upon your shoulders. Days when your legs tremble and your spirit wavers. In those moments, remember that rest is not surrender. Even the most dedicated traveler must sometimes pause to replenish their strength. Pain is an unavoidable companion on any meaningful journey. Many try to flee from pain, to numb it or deny it. But pain, when embraced with wisdom, becomes a teacher without equal. Your wounds, should you choose to learn from them rather than merely suffer them, will give you a compassion and understanding that no comfortable life could provide. I have met those who believe power comes from never showing vulnerability. They build walls so high and thick that nothing can hurt them, but neither can anything truly touch them. Their safety becomes their prison. To open your heart, knowing it may be wounded, is the truest courage I know. Remember always that no victory achieved through cruelty is truly a victory, and no defeat met with dignity is truly a defeat. What matters is not the outcome, but the spirit with which you face life's challenges. In my long years, I have come to understand that we are all connected in ways beyond our seeing. The hand you extend in kindness today may be the one that lifts you tomorrow when you stumble. The harsh word you withhold may prevent a chain of suffering you could never foresee. Many spend their lives searching for some grand destiny, some magnificent purpose that will justify their existence. They look to distant horizons, never noticing the meaningful work that waits before them, the smile that needs sharing, the hand that needs holding, the truth that needs speaking. Your path is yours alone to walk. While others may offer guidance, no one can tell you which way your heart must go. Listen to the quiet voice within you. It knows the way. Even when your mind is clouded with doubt and fear, I once thought I had lost everything that mattered. My position, my purpose, my hope for the future. I wandered through the world hollow and aimless. But it was in that emptiness that I found something precious. Myself. Not the general, not the prince, not the warrior, but the man beneath all those titles. There is a simple truth that took me decades to understand. You are not what others expect you to be. You are not even what you expect yourself to be. You are a constantly unfolding mystery, with depths and heights yet undiscovered. I have known warriors who could split mountains but could not master their own anger. I have known scholars who could recite ancient texts but could not read their own hearts. True wisdom lies not in what you know, but in how deeply you understand your own nature. When you find yourself facing what seems an impossible task, remember the way of water. Water does not defeat the stone through force, but through persistence. Drop by drop, day by day, it reshapes what once seemed immovable. Your determination to overcome obstacles that no single heroic effort could surmount. There may come days when you feel alone in your struggles, when it seems no one could possibly understand the burden you carry. In those moments, look to the night sky. The same stars that shine upon you have witnessed countless human journeys, countless triumphs and sorrows. Your story is uniquely yours, but your struggles connect you to every soul who has ever walked this earth. I have watched proud empires rise and fall. I have seen mighty structures crumble to dust. All worldly power is temporary. All material wealth eventually returns to the earth. What endures? The kindness you have shown, the wisdom you have shared, the hearts you have touched. These ripple outward, affecting lives you will never see, in ways you cannot imagine. Do not mistake gentleness for weakness. The most powerful river flows with quiet determination, not with chaotic splashing. True strength often manifests not in how much force you exert, but in how much you can absorb without losing your center. I once believed that life should unfold according to a careful plan. How amusing the universe found that notion. Now I understand that some of life's most precious gifts come wrapped in unexpected, even unwelcome packages. The detour, the delay, the apparent disaster, all might be doorways to possibilities you could never have planned for. The world will try to tell you who you are. It will attempt to define you by your nation, your family, your past mistakes, your momentary successes. Listen politely, then set these limitations aside. You are not what has happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Many speak of destiny as if it were a road already paved, stretching before us, requiring only that we walk it. I have found it to be more like a garden, something we must tend daily with our choices, our courage, our compassion. What grows there is shaped by forces beyond our control. The seasons, the weather, the soil we begin with, but the care we provide makes all the difference. When your burden seems too heavy to bear, remember that you carry within you the strength of countless ancestors who survived unimaginable challenges so that you might exist. Their resilience flows in your veins. Their triumphs and their struggles have prepared you for this moment. I have known those consumed by the need for recognition, for validation, for proof that their existence matters. They chase applause like a desperate hunter, never satisfied, never at peace. True fulfillment comes not from being acknowledged by others, but from knowing in your deepest self that you have lived with integrity. There will be times when you must stand alone against the crowd, when you must speak truth that others do not wish to hear. In those moments, you may feel the terrible weight of isolation, but remember that conviction does not need consensus to be valid. The tallest mountain stands alone, yet who questions its reality? Do not be distracted by comparing your journey to those of others. Some flowers bloom in spring, others in summer, still others in the frost of winter. Your time will come when it is right for you, not a moment sooner, not a moment later. I have walked through valleys of despair where no light seemed possible. I have stood on mountaintops of joy that seemed to touch the heavens. Both were temporary. Both taught me. Neither defined me. Your circumstances, however dire or delightful, are not your essence. When faced with those who would do harm, who spread darkness through their actions, remember that even they were once innocent children. This does not excuse their deeds, but it may help you respond with justice tempered by understanding. with firmness guided by compassion. Many believe that courage means feeling no fear. Nothing could be further from truth. Courage is feeling the fear, the trembling hands, the racing heart, the voice of doubt, and moving forward anyway, not fearlessly, but fearfully, carrying your very human apprehension with you into the challenge. I have observed that we often treat ourselves with a harshness we would never inflict upon a friend. We demand perfection. We deny rest. We punish perceived failure with cruel words no loving mentor would ever use. Be as kind to yourself as you would be to a beloved student learning a difficult skill for the first time. Remember that every master was once a beginner who faced frustration and failure. Every sage once spoke foolishness. Every revered elder was once a youth making countless mistakes. Do not expect wisdom beyond your experience or perfection beyond your practice. The challenges before you may seem insurmountable. The path may wind through territories that terrify you, but within you burns the flame that can illuminate the darkest night. Not because you are special, though you are. Not because you are destined for greatness, though you may be, but because you, like every human soul, contain within you the capacity for courage, for growth, for transformation that defies all limitations others would place upon you. When weariness threatens to overcome you, when the fire within dims to a flicker, remember why you began this journey. Return to the truth that first set your soul ablaze. In reconnecting with your deepest purpose, you will find renewed strength to continue. I have known the temptation to harden one's heart against the world, to build fortresses against pain. But a heart thus protected cannot truly love, cannot fully live. Better to remain open, even knowing you will be wounded, than to seal yourself away from both suffering and joy. Your actions may seem small, insignificant against the vast challenges of this world, but consider how a single candle transforms a room from darkness to light. Never underestimate the power of one life lived with purpose, one voice speaking truth, one hand extended in kindness. When you find yourself judging others harshly, remember that you see only a moment in their journey, only the surface of their struggles. Beneath every action lies a complex history, wounds you cannot see, battles you know nothing about. This understanding is the beginning of true compassion. There will be seasons when progress seems impossible, when you feel stuck or even moving backward. These apparent standstills are often times of underground growth, of roots strengthening before new heights can be achieved. Trust the process, even when results remain invisible. I have known those who define themselves by a single failure, a single wrong choice, a single loss. What a tragedy to reduce the vast ocean of a life to one drop. You are not your worst moment any more than you are your best. You are the entirety of your journey, still expanding, still unfolding. Your presence in this world is no accident, no cosmic coincidence. You are here because the universe requires precisely your combination of gifts, your perspective, your unique way of being human. There is a place that only you can fill, a contribution that only you can make. When shadows of doubt creep in, when voices within and without tell you that you are not enough, remember this: the same force that ignites the stars and turns seeds into forests flows through you. You are not separate from this power. You are an expression of it. I have traveled far and witnessed much, and this I know: the path to your greatest self will not be comfortable or straightforward. It will challenge you to the core, strip away your illusions, test your resolve time and again. But with each step taken in courage and authenticity, you become more fully who you were always meant to be. Your journey continues beyond horizons you can currently see. Trust that when you reach what seems an impassable boundary, a new way forward will reveal itself. The universe has a creativity beyond our limited imagination, solutions beyond our problem-solving minds. Remember this: if nothing else, you are not what has happened to you. You are what you choose to become. And that choice is available to you in every moment, with every breath, no matter what came before. The flame within you cannot be extinguished by any outer circumstance. It can only dim if you forget its presence. When all seems dark, be still and look inward. The light is there, has always been there, will always be there, waiting for you to remember who you truly are. Now rise, step forward, and claim the life that waits for no one but you. The world needs your courage, your compassion, your unique fire. And the time is always now.